Patriots, baby.
The Inky Man,
And he's on the door. And he's on the door.
It is real.
And he's on the door. And he's on the door.
Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy. First of all, I want to apologize because I actually wanted to put a show out yesterday. And I didn't, so I'm doing it today. And I'm starting this feature, and also you have to excuse me because I'm right now in my morning voice. So hopefully you can hear me. If not, turn up the sound. You dig? I'll turn it up on mine, of course. But I wanted to start this new feature that I'm calling Tales from the Ink. And these are true stories that are kind of unbelievable. I don't know. It's unbelievable depending on who's listening to the story. But these will be true stories, things that I've gone through, just for your amusement. All right. So I had two that I was trying to choose from. One was how I formed this crew called UDF, and how it's like the Wu-Tang, and how it's how Wu-Tang is the influence behind it. Another story is this time that I went to in the statutes of limitation. I think that's what you want to hear. Let's just go to that one. This one requires this one, the statute of limitation is gone. Okay, but it's a crazy story. So when I was forming UD, Underdog Family, when I was forming an Underdog Family, there was some people I used to run with. I used to run with a bunch of different groups. Let's put that like that. There's people that was in my group, but we was also in our own way. We were like the Wu-Tang. For those who are familiar, we were like the Wu-Tang of Connecticut, because especially Bridgeport, Connecticut, Stratford, Connecticut, because we were so big and so effective and had our hands and our reach was so big that if you were doing anything in the industry, if you were trying to make an album, if you were writing, if you was producing, any of that stuff, we touched something of yours, or at least somebody in your crew. All right, so that's how I designed it. And again, this is based off how Wu-Tang was operating. So let's say all that to say, I was running with this one crew, and we went to the studio, and it was out of town, something like that, and we were on our way home from the studio. So we riding in the studio, we riding in this van, and the driver of the van, actually I should say, of these dudes were some street dudes. Alright. So I'm riding in the van with these dudes, and sidebar, they were street pharmacists, high level in some cases, just street pharmacists, and I was aware of that, but that wasn't going to stop me from doing music or anything with somebody, because that's what they do. Understand what I'm saying? So anyway, we're coming from the studio. We're on our way home. On our way home, we smoking. And I'm talking about, we was in one of them vans that holds items and stuff in the back. So really the van just had the two front seats, and then the rest in the back, it was just clear, right? So me and my mans, we're sitting in the back of that van on crates, using crates as a seat. Now mind you, in the van, there's the floor of the van is just, and mind you, you're gonna hear me talking a certain way, because now, like, bringing me to that time period is gonna bring an accent out of me. Let's just put it like that. So in the floor of the van, we're sitting in there, we got crates, me and my man got crates in there, and We passing the blunt around, the driver included. We all smoking in the van, and it's at the point it's just looking like the Dream Machine or whatever that van that Scooby-Doo and Scooby and all of them, Thelma, all of them, the Mystery Machine. That's what it was called. That's what it's called. And it's still kind of early in the morning for me, or it's not actually it's not early in the morning. It's just early for me because I'm just getting up. But either way, so we're in the van. And the reason I'm bringing up the Scooby-Doo van is because if you're not aware of it and you watch that cartoon, especially the old ones, they always would get out of the van and smoke would come out of it, right? I don't know what the perception was supposed to be, but literally they were smoking in that van, okay? Scooby-Doo. Look at old Scooby-Doo. They're getting out of the van, smoke stuff come out of that because they all smoked. And that's also why they were always, Shaggy was always hungry. Scooby was always hungry because they were smoking in the van. So when we were in, if you saw us, if we were to get out of the van, it would have been the same thing. Just smoke coming out the back, out the windows, all of that. We were doing what was known as hot boxing, meaning all the windows are closed and all that. And you smoking is all in the car. You know what I mean? And then, and thereby, inside, we're cooking up from the smoke of the weed, right? It has no way of getting out anywhere, so we're just getting higher and higher and higher and higher. Alright, so we're riding down this road that literally was only lit up by the car lights, the van lights. Other than that, there was no street lights, just trees on both sides, ditches along the side. We in Connecticut, if I can recall this. So at some point, we in the car, we freestyling, somebody doing the beatbox, we freestyling, we talking shit, we talking about all kinds of crazy stuff, right? And so, when we hear a siren, police siren. So we all sobered up real quick. All of our eyes are just like this. We go from this to, so it's like, yo, what we gonna do, kind of thing. Because the big worry was, for me, the big worry was that we were smoking and it was illegal at the time. And here we are on a road with no lights. We're getting pulled over, and we know that once we open that, he opens that window, the driver, for the cop, smoke is gonna come out the shit. So we get pulled over, cop comes up, my man rolls the window down. He goes from, yeah, man, so blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker? To, yes, officer. Huh? Sure. Are you having good days, officer? Are you great? Is everything good with you? He straightened up like that. All right. Now, mind you, we high. The other three, me included, we high. So, not only were we scared, but we're holding in a laugh hearing him talking like this to the officer. So, officer gets his registration and stuff, and I'm telling you, like where we was in Connecticut, we should have, as soon as he opened the window, we should have all been asked to get out the car. You understand what I'm saying? He comes and he gets the information. He's going back to his squad car. The three of us start laughing at the driver because we laughing at how he's talking, and again because we high off this shit, right? Now here's where the story gets interesting. So he goes, yo, I don't know what y'all laughing at. I got 3 bricks in the car. What? Now, for some reason, well, because again, I said these are street dudes, so in some way, they're kind of used to it, but at the same time, nobody's used to being riding dirty, as they call it. I'm going to be using some terms on here, and I'm not going to put no definitions. This is for you to look up. The people that understand what I'm saying, they understand what I'm saying. All right? If you want to ask me questions below, feel free, and I'll kind of break some of this stuff down. But we're driving around. This man admits that he has 3 bricks of coke in the van, stashed in the van, and panels and all this other stuff. So me, I'm scared because I'm not a street dude. I just know street dudes. I'm just running with street dudes. I happen to be at this point running an organization filled with street dudes. So I'm looking at how calm they are for the most part, but they scared too. Like, what? There's 3 bricks in here? Yo, why you didn't say nothing? Why should I say anything? Said the driver. True. Well, actually not true, because we should have known, and maybe it would have changed our perception or changed the direction of what we was going to do. But either way, this is his time to let us know. Cop is behind us, running plates and all this other stuff. Another cop comes behind him, and they getting all, doing the usual police crap. And we sitting in there, and again, the car is dirty. And we were smoking like 2-3 blunts between the four of us. So the car is just, literally, he rolled the window back up. Once he gave the license and registration to the cop, he rolled the window back up. Because the whole time that we were sitting there would have been nothing but smoke coming out the windows. And the passenger that was on the passenger side, he didn't open the windows at all, because then the vision would have been, here's the van, and it's just smoke coming out of the ears of the van, if you will. So the cop comes back. He goes, all right, everything looks all right, everything is all good. You just be careful. Anybody in the van with you? He said, yeah, I have my friend here. He didn't point out me and my man, who, by the way, we sliding around as the car. I didn't get to tell you that part. As the van is moving, we sliding around because we're on a crate on a wood surface with a van that's moving. Okay, but at this time, of course, we're not sliding around. He doesn't tell them we in the back. As far as the cop is concerned, it's just him and the passenger. We in the back being quiet, and the cop let us go. And we took off. When we took off, I'd say once we got like maybe a mile away from the scene, all of us were laughing our damn heads off. And I remember thinking to myself, I will never in my life forget that I went through this. And that's edition 1. That's story number 1 from Tales from the Ink. Happy Saturday to y'all. Hope you enjoyed that story. I think next time I do this feature, I'll tell the story of how my clan, or the clan that I co-founded, they'll tell you differently, but I co-founded Underdog Family, and how it relates to Wu-Tang. Alright? Y'all stay tuned, man. Have a happy holiday. Wow, man. I'm still waking up. Happy Saturday. Have a great weekend. I will talk to you on Monday. Later.